September. In France, they call it la rentrée. It's time to head back to school, so it's the perfect time for some French lessons. Allez, class is in session. First, some geography and history with a side of mystery. It's a series of TV films called Murder in, Meurtre à, ... Every episode takes place in a different city or region of France, so we really learn so much about the history of each place. And yes, it's called Murder in, but don't worry, this is kind of like Murder Light. Yes, someone or sometimes a few people do die, but most of the episodes include a little bit of romance, some humor. Every episode is a standalone film in itself, so they each have different tones, but the general theme is that there's usually a blast from the past that comes to haunt the characters in the present, and the great thing is that there's new characters joining for every investigation. You'll recognize all of your favorite French TV stars at some point. It's now on its 13th season. Recent episodes bring us to Cassis, Saint-Malo, Normandy, Verdun, the south of France, plus some sunny stops in Guadeloupe and islands in the French Caribbean. So voila, your Tour de France awaits. Next up, a lesson in French cinema history. French actor Alain Delon sadly passed away over the summer. His life off-screen was often quite controversial, but his filmography is definitely worth a trip down memory lane. He's played gangsters and lovers, killers and heartthrobs. He may have been the last true French movie star. He starred in more than 100 films, but luckily a handful of them are available in the US for you to watch on streaming. So you could really make your way through French cinema from the 1960s and 70s all the way until today. There's Jacques Deré's The Swimming Pool, La Piscine. You've got Delon, his former flame Romy Schneider, the late Jane Birkin, The South of France, Jealousy, A Murder, and of course A Swimming Pool. Three's a crowd, but four is a French erotic thriller. It's a psychological drama that's really worth a deep dive if you don't know it already. There's Jean-Pierre Melville's The Samurai for some film noir, Delon as a contract killer. You have René Clément's Purple Noon for a twist on the talented Mr. Ripley. There's Rocco and his brothers, The Leopard. One of my favorites is Joseph Losey's Monsieur Klein, Mr. Klein. Delon plays Mr. Klein, an amoral art dealer who's taking advantage of French Jews trying to flee during World War II. He ends up being mistaken for a Jewish man with the same name, and he heads towards his own Holocaust nightmare. It's one of the best films to this day made about the time period, I think. It's more of a slow burn French thriller, but a very important lesson in history. And finally, a lesson in French literature straight from the pages of the 17th century masterpiece from Alexandre Dumas, The Three Musketeers. This is a double feature, Les Trois Mousquetaires, The Three Musketeers d'Artagnan and Milady. They are spectacular on a big screen, but you can still immerse yourself in the world of the famous titular trio of chivalrous swordsmen fighting for justice wherever you are. It's an epic, big-budget French blockbuster. There are kings and queens and France's own big screen royalty. It stars the most A-list French cast imaginable: Vincent Cassel, Romain Doris, Pio Marmaille. They're seductively swashbuckling. And then you throw in some Louis Garrel, Eva Green, François Civil, Lina Coudray. It's directed by the amazing Martin Bourboulon. It's well written, well acted. The settings are sumptuous. It's nothing new. The story has been told countless times, but this one is nonstop action. It will keep you on the edge of your corsets and capes. No spoilers, but this one does stray from its source, particularly in the grand finale. There's some big surprises. Let's just say some characters may or may not make it through, but it's just really, really fun for a little autumn adventure with some classic French literature and history thrown in for extra credit. So voila, all for one and one for fall. Enjoy.